I still remember the exact moment my stomach dropped, holding her phone while the dishwasher hummed quietly. Life was about to change. She gave me her phone herself, calm and almost bored, like she knew there was nothing to hide. I was scrolling through her work chat, half listening to her talk about dinner, when a message caught my eye. It wasn't too explicit, just a sad emoji and words that hit hard. Miss you. Something inside me started to unravel. I didn't say a word then. I locked the phone, handed it back, but inside, everything was unraveling. We'd been together for over 10 years, married most of that time, with a stable life that looked solid from outside. We shared routines, bills, and inside jokes only we got. Stability was our foundation. Or so I thought. Job involved working with people from other companies, including a man in another city she collaborated with for years. I trusted her fully because she'd never given me a reason not to. When he came up, I felt uneasy but pushed it aside. Small things didn't add up, like her being more protective of her phone, or coming home unusually quiet after trips. She talked about him more, his stressful job, their teamwork. It felt off, but none of it screamed betrayal. Once I saw a text preview from him late at night. When I asked, she said it was just work and changed the subject. When I asked directly if anything was wrong, she laughed it off, claiming I was overthinking it. That talk led her to let me see months of their messages. Mostly work stuff, but some personal lines made me uncomfortable. There was nothing clear enough to call cheating. Still, those personal messages stayed in my mind, uneasy and unresolved. Then came the last message thread, sad emojis. Crying since last meeting, words that hit deep. Miss you. I asked her what it meant. She looked confused, said she didn't know, claimed nothing happened last time they met. Her explanation felt weak, but I didn't push. Told myself if something was wrong, it would surface eventually. A month later, I found travel emails that didn't add up, matching the timeline of that strange chat. Both were at a conference in Las Vegas at the same time, 3 weeks before that emotional message landed. Their text stopped suddenly in December, months before the conference. They always kept in touch even on trips. Right before their last chat, he messaged asking if she could talk. Turns out, he wanted to tell her he got engaged. He called instead of texting. She knew he was engaged. The call felt important for reasons I couldn't grasp. I kept replaying it. Why didn't she mention that Vegas meeting? Why act confused about his message? He got engaged in March. Called her. They met in April. In May, he sent those messages after their work ended. I lay awake, imagining their secret moments. Conversations I didn't hear, feeling every explanation but the truth. The constant doubt drained me. Every scenario without an affair felt like a stretch. Peace was out of reach. I grew distracted at work, distant at home, trapped in a cycle of overthinking and checking every detail. I hated the person I was becoming, but I couldn't stop. Need for answers ruled me. One night after she slept, I accepted ignoring this would never bring peace. I had to confront it. The next morning, I told her we needed to talk. I wasn't accusing, just asking for a clear explanation. I calmly laid out the facts, the conference, the call, messages, and asked for her side of the story. She became defensive, then emotional, insisting nothing physical happened. I was imagining things. Our talk went in circles. We were both frustrated, walking away with no clear answers. Just tension. Days passed, the air thick with uncertainty. We talked, sometimes calmly, sometimes not, but nothing felt settled. She kept insisting her innocence. I faced a choice: trust her or keep searching and risk everything we had. I never confronted the other guy or demanded proof. Instead, I focused on what this meant for our marriage. Trust, once cracked, doesn't break cleanly. It splinters into doubt and caution that lingers forever. We're still together, but that time changed how I see everything. I am more cautious, more aware of blurred lines. I still don't know the full truth, and that might be something I'll have to live with forever. So, what would you do if you were me? Confront her again without solid proof, or accept uncertainty? Living with doubt means walking on eggshells around someone you once fully trusted. It's exhausting. You find yourself watching every word, every look, searching for clues that might never come. But peace feels distant. The mind replays conversations on loop, twisting meanings until uncertain. Sometimes you have to decide to move forward without all the answers, hoping trust can grow again. Acknowledging the cracks is painful but necessary if you want to rebuild something stronger. Rebuilding trust isn't overnight work. It takes time, effort, and a willingness to face hard truths. Sometimes you have to face uncertainty together, supporting each other through unknowns and fears. Love gets tested not during perfect times, but through cracks in trust and facing the hard moments. I don't have all the answers yet, but I am holding on to hope, trying to find peace in uncertainty. Trust is fragile, built over years, but can shatter in moments you never see coming. Often, it's the subtle, small signs that you brush off, but later realize were warnings. That line between trusting someone and doubting them blurs slowly, till it's hard to tell where one ends. It takes courage to stay vulnerable and open when doubt sneaks in and clouds your heart. Silence after a hard conversation feeds the mind with what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. Every day brings a choice to trust or suspect, to hold on or let go of hope. Sometimes you live with questions that have no answers, learning to coexist with uncertainty, even when clarity doesn't come. You hope that time will heal enough for peace to return. Facing betrayal, doubt, and confusion demands honesty with yourself. Even when it hurts, peace starts inside. You can control others, only how you respond to the truth you find. Relationships aren't simple stories. They relayered with mistakes, truths, and things left unsaid. Love gets tested repeatedly over years, through struggles that don't always have clear answers. Sometimes trust rebuilds stronger, sometimes it fades, but the choice often depends on both hearts. Walking the path of uncertainty isn't easy, but it can lead to unexpected growth or painful endings. Holding on may heal or hurt. Letting go may free or break you. That's the choice I face daily. Trust didn't break suddenly. It shattered slowly with every doubt, every unspoken truth. Quiet moments stretched longer as doubt crept in like a shadow you can shake off. I fought insecurity, telling myself not to be the jealous husband, but the feeling grew too strong. Accepting that vulnerability isn't weakness was hard. It was necessary to face what was real. Trust matters because it shapes our story and the foundation of every connection we hold dear. Suspicion costs time, peace, and sometimes the very relationships we try to protect. Choosing peace when trust is broken takes courage and sometimes acceptance of imperfect truths. There are no easy answers in love or betrayal, only the journey forward, however winding it gets. Would you risk confrontation without proof? Try to move on hoping trust can heal the cracks. Is it better to accept uncertain peace, let suspicion tear everything apart? It's a hard choice. Every relationship's story is different. Some find answers, others learn to live with the unknown. Thanks for hearing my story. I hope it sparks your thoughts on love, trust, and the hardest decisions. Trust begins with honesty, but sometimes honesty is the hardest part to face or give. Doubt hurts silently, slowly eroding the foundation built over years without warning. Facing fears head-on takes more strength than running away. Even when the truth is frightening, hope keeps the fight alive. That love can win despite cracks and shadowed moments. Sometimes silence hurts more than confrontation, leaving questions lingering in empty spaces. Trust feels fragile like glass, beautiful but easy to shatter if dropped just wrong. Healing from broken trust takes time and effort from both, not just one side alone. Every ending can be a new beginning if both hearts are willing to try again. Choosing to trust every day is a challenge. It's how bonds stay alive and grow. Secrets weigh heavily, dividing hearts and creating distance, even when bodies stay close. Facing reality takes bravery, especially when it challenges your beliefs about love and loyalty. In the hardest moments, strength comes from inside, from acceptance, hope, and courage to continue. The choice of how to live with doubt and love is mine, a daily battle I fight quietly. Would you confront her again without proof, or accept the uncertainty to keep holding on? I am learning to live with what I don't know, finding ways to hope and heal despite the unknown. Thanks for listening to my story. I want to know what you'd do if you were in my place.